Hello again, welcome back to Asgaard, and welcome back to ATM Spellbound. So since the last episode, I have been doing a bit of enchanting. We do have the robes now done, with Indestructible, Reactive 3, Protection 8, Mana Boost 3, Soulbound, Mana Regen 3, Thorns 5, Reach 4, and Curse of Bones 3. So we have a chance to get that Bone Shield when we're damaged as well. And then we do have the leggings done, which just have Thorns 5, Mana Regen 3, Soulbound, Mana Boost 3, Protection 8, Reactive 3, and Indestructible. Now, what I would like to do, we do have our boots. I'm going to go ahead and take these off. We're going to be disenchanting these real quick before we get rolling. Yeah, I want to disenchant one more time. Gold Reach Disenchanter. And disenchanted with Magic 10 items. But I want the Soul Speed and I want the Shadow Step 5 off of this. And I've also been doing a little bit of building between episodes, working on this space a bit. Grab this. I did work on this hallway a little bit, adding some clutter and things. And I worked on our enchanting area, which this is kind of in the way at the moment, but later on we'll be able to remove it and get this looking a bit nicer. And I was able to use our Myelite. You can see dragon wood up above there. And while I'm down here, let me grab a little bit more mana. We were pretty close to tapped out before, and then I was doing a little bit of testing. I unlocked some additional glyphs, like summon wolves, knockback. I was trying to see, for some reason you can't do a knockback AoE or a snare AoE, because I was wanting to do like a combination spell where when we took damage, it would have a chance then to proc, knock back the enemies, and snare them in place. But unfortunately, knockback cannot be used with AoE. I don't know if I showed you guys that, or I did end up adding Rebound 7 to our scythe, so we can throw it now like a ranged weapon. I added it a little bit back. I think it was before the last episode or the episode before that. But okay, let's go ahead. We're going to enchant our boots, and our boots are going to have Shadow Step 5, Soul Speed 4, Feather Falling 9, because why not? Just in case we end up taking off our no fall damage or something. Depth Strider 7, Frostwalker 6. No, not Frostwalker 6. Do we want Frostwalker 6? I don't think so. We can always make a spell if we want to walk on water. And then we're just going to grab all this good stuff. Okay, let me grab these. We're going to put those in. And that too. Don't want to forget about that. And we'll go ahead and activate that. Now this enchant will be slightly less expensive than the helmet. But it's still going to be pretty expensive. So, should be fun times. Go ahead and toss that into there. That's drained out. How are we doing? Oh, wow. This is going to be far more expensive than our helmet, it looks like. Because that was 4 full mana pools. Plus a little bit extra, and... oh, gosh. Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be about 7 mana pools for this, this enchantment, roughly. Okay, yeah, so it's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to let that run. Now, while we wait, because that's going to take a little bit, but there's a couple things that I'd like to do that we can do without having good boots on, I guess. Let's go ahead and put in a spell parchment. We're going to add some spells. We did add one to the hood, but and that was heal. But I also want to add speed to one, so we'll go ahead and apply that. Speed, we're going to be putting this onto our legs. So we'll just drop that in, let that run. And then I also want to, let's grab our shield spell that we've got. Doesn't take a whole lot of mana. I'm not for sure. We may end up having to nerf these spells just a little bit because they are really long. And I don't know that I necessarily need the length that I've got. And we could cut down our mana cost. But once we get up to a full book with all the glyphs in there, then we'll kind of see if we're having issues with mana and maybe nerf these spells down just a little bit. And if so, it's the same process, just spell parchment with the updated spell. But we're going to go ahead and do shield, and this is going to go onto the chest. But with what I have planned for the boots, I don't think it's going to be a big deal, because we're actually probably not going to be getting hit that often with the shadow step. And then I think what I'm going to end up putting on the boots, I've actually already got the glyph, even though it's a tier 3, but I'm thinking I'm going to do a decoy spell. And just have it drop a decoy for a bit, so that way it'll pull the mob's attention away from us. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Alright, now while this is running, let's grab our nature's compass, because there is one additional thing that I would like to do. And we'll go ahead and get a couple things that I'm wanting to get for today. First up, we do have a village over here. I'm going to be keeping an eye on some villages as we go around, because I would like to get a cartographer villager. No. You. Alright, let me get my cold snap spell. Boom! There we go. That's pretty good. Kill an iron golem in 4 casts and don't even really feel it on the mana, to be honest. But let's see if we've got a cartographer villager around here. Though I guess I could just grab one of these guys and turn them into a cartographer. Now the other thing I would like to do is, if we take a look, there is the mana bee. You know, we talked about this on ATM 6 before. And these things do produce black lotuses and blacker lotuses. And so I'd like to at least go find us a few mana bees today. It looks like enchanted places and ancient forests. So let's just see if there's any... I'm assuming it's going to be the other biomes you'll go. Not found. Beautiful. What about enchanted forest heals? Not found. Awesome. Okay. How about enchanted grove? Not found. Awesome. This is looking great. Ancient forest. Nope. Okay, so that's not all that promising. We do have the waystone that's like way over here. Yeah, I think these enchanted forests, they may end up being difficult for us to find. So this might just be something that we kind of have to take our time looking for, to be honest. But let's pop back home. But we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a cartographer. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and get our villager hat. And that way we can get the decreased prices. And we'll just switch this out for the time being. Alright, so that drops the paper by 5 and the emeralds by 5. That's pretty good. But let's go ahead and tier up this villager real quick, and then hopefully we'll get an exploration map. Yeah, it looks like we may not be able to, but I'm not sure if it's like dimension based or how that works. I mean, he still sells that. I imagine it's dimension based. Oh. But cartographer may be one that I'm not going to be able to move to our dimension without messing up its trades, maybe. Either that or level it up and then move it over. But what about this big structure? I had seen these before, and I've noticed illusioners and stuff on the outside of it. Lost for words. Oh. My goodness. I think the illusioner... Yeah, he fell down here. There we go. And I know there's supposed to be some other types of woodland mansions. This could be the woodland mansion. Like the other type of woodland mansion, maybe. You know, I'm not really sure. So let's just pop up. We'll knock this place out. And see what we can find. Is that a... Man, I'm getting silverfish. Those must be silverfish with, like, outfits on or something. And that's how they're making them show up like invisible or something. Well, what's up here? Monastery Explorer map. Okay. It says we got a monastery. Right over here. Let's go see what that is real quick. Oh, it's a bigger structure, but like the same kind of structure. Quiet place. Uh-huh. Oh, and this is just filled with villagers. Hey. Ah, ha, ha. Uh-huh. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's any infested temple. I'll tell you what, we're going to take that cartographer table. I'm going to leave this villager here. And we're just going to set this up and see if we can level up one of these and see if maybe we get a woodland mansion exploration book, perhaps. Let's see, monastery and Colosseum. It's not really what I want. We got Heavenly Rider and Merchant Campsite. Yeah, I think I'm trying to get a woodland mansion one. So I think what we're going to do is just go for an invasion. Or a raid, I mean. I think that's probably going to be our best bet. Because I'm just throwing stuff away. In vanilla, it's not too bad because that's pretty much what they sell at Journeyman. But on here, we're not really having a whole lot of luck. So in that case, we're going to go ahead and make ourselves... we'll do this method. We're going to get ourselves a tablet of challenge. And we are going to get a ritual brazier. There we go. Oh, there's a quest for that. Okay, and let's go find ourselves a village. This, I think, will be a lot easier of a method because we can get a totem of undying fairly easily from this. And actually, that one village that we've got nearby is pretty small. This one right here, I think this is going to be a lot easier than trying to find a woodland mansion at this rate. So, we'll just set that up. Right-click that. We don't need to augment this because we are playing on hard. We could throw emeralds in it to make it harder, but we don't need to. And there we go. We're going to get some particles. And here in just a second, we're going to get ourselves a raid. Here we go. Go ahead and break that. So we can save it for later. They're not terribly expensive, but... Bing, 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 bing. You guys need to get to shelter. Because it's about to start. Okay, right over here. Ooh, I like that. Whoa! That was insane. Yeah, I never would have expected that creeper to just insta-kill me like that. I don't even know. He was coming from some kind of a mob. So we're going to have to watch out for those. Yeah, I think there's somebody over here spawning them because there's another one running around. Or they come in with the raids, I think. Let's see. I see him on the map. Right here. I still cannot believe I just died. Like, boom, just you're dead. Okay, here they come. Like, I actually have to be somewhat cautious in these raids, I think. But I don't know, I haven't really seen any since, There's one. Ugh. They don't have much health, but... And I don't know if it was like an enchanted one maybe that killed me. Yeah, it's that one guy over here that's spawning them. Yeah, I think it was him. The guy wearing that mask. There seems to be one with each tier, or each group of the raid, but... I didn't even see this group over here. I thought I was moving on to the next tier. I can hit you. I saw one of them take off running, so... Yeah, he's over there. He's spawning things. There he is. Oh, I gotta be... Oh my gosh. I gotta be kind of careful about throwing my scythe, actually, because it takes it out of my inventory. There we go. There's some totems of undying. Haha, we got him. What's this big sword? Oh, there's more. Yeah, we got ourselves 3 totems of undying from that. And a pillager spawn egg. A cleaver of something. Ooh. It looks like the guys over here. Yeah, and then there's him. Look at him. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know if I died just from there being a lot of creepers or what it was. But it was just like, boom, you're dead. Okay, they're over here. I've just kind of got to be a little bit cautious. Yep. Ah. No, that one didn't hurt that bad. Elite Executioner. It was probably just like an enchanted maybe an enchanted like little creeper or something. Okay, let me pop up. Oh, we finished it. Hero of the village. Whee! Actually got some, that is an ultimate Vex. Oh my gosh. trying to get all this stuff because there's more totems of undying up here and stuff. I think I need to make... that thing's got shielding. I hate shielding. There we go. It is dead. I'll tell them what kind of, like, junk gear I've got in there. And there's more totems of undying. We got so many of them. Vitality 3. Oh. We could put that on our chest. Yeah, let me pop home now. My eyes hurt from staring at that for too long. Yeah, increases the maximum health of the wearer. We want that. That's, I think, the first vitality enchant that we've gotten. So let's just grab ourselves out an iron chest. And we're going to enchant this and then just disenchant it. Well, once this is finally done. That's right. We got this going. Oh my gosh, it's been a while since I've died. I should have, I had those angel heart elixirs or vials, and I put them back because I was like, I'm not going to die. You know, I got really strong armor. They broke my boots. Really? Yeah, we took so much damage in that we broke our boots. Well, it's a good thing that all this stuff is indestructible. And it's a good thing our boots had already been disenchanted and we didn't really care about them. Because I did not expect to break my boots. But let's take a look. We have 10 totems of undying now. Alright, so for the wilden chimera, we're going to need the tablet of summon wilden. There's a few different recipes here. I think... Yeah, we've got a bunch of the horns. So let's just go with the horn recipe. I do believe. So there's that. And then if we take a look... we need to augment, in order to get the chimera, we have to augment it with a spike, a horn, and a wing. Man, we don't need source for this, so let's go ahead and grab one of each of these, dump that into there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to right-click it. Oh no, I'm sorry, we're going to toss it in. There we go, and you can see items consumed up at the top left, wilden horn, wilden wing, wilden spike. Awaiting activation. It's kind of covered up with the mana and artifice stuff. But then we're just going to right click that. Give it a second. And it's going to summon our boss for us. So we're just going to hang out right back here. And I was trying to get my cast off on him, but... Seems like he might be immune to the freeze effect, to be honest. That's okay. Easy enough, boss. Oh, and there goes his wings. Oh, oh he's so fast in this stage. Wahaha. Okay. Let me go ahead and grab that to make sure he doesn't destroy it. And then we go on to the third stage, where he's crazy fast. It does seem like... oh, come on. There we go. And there we go. There is our wilden tribute. We can also use that to make focus of summoning. That is really, really good. If we do a lot of summoning magic, which we might do once we can summon Vex, but right now we can summon wolves. Originally I was going to have that as an effect from our armor, but I don't think that I'm going to, in fact, after all. Okay, so now we should be able to get our archmage book. Now we want to make sure and keep the book that has our heal spell. It's the one with all of our glyphs, because for example, if we open this one up, you can see we don't have all of our glyphs in this one. And that's the one that I want to use to make our archmage spell book. There we go, quest completed. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our, let's see, I think it's, I can't remember which one first. I think it's this one, and then shift right click. No, other way around. Archmage, and then click that. It says copied 16 new glyphs to the book. If we open up the archmage book, you can see that we do have all of our glyphs in here. So, which it does look like we'll have to reset up our spells. I thought it copied the spells, but I don't believe that it does. This spell book, we can just toss that now. We don't need it. And if we were to... Let's make a spell. Let's do our Cold Snap, for example. We'll call this Cold Snap. And it's going to be projectile, Cold Snap, and then we'll just amplify it all the way, just for maximum damage. If we cast that, you can see we take a little bit of a mana, or it takes a little bit of mana, but not too bad. I've kind of got to wait and see with the boots how we're going to be sitting on mana. I may need to debuff the basically the quality of the buff spells, because they're proccing a lot. Enough that I don't think we need like a minute and a half of speed, for example. I think we'll be okay without quite that long of speed and quite that long of like defense and stuff, because it does kind of suck down my mana just a little bit when I'm taking damage. But I don't know. I think I'm happy with the heal spell, to be honest, because it keeps me topped off. But I think for the defense and the speed, I don't think we need quite as long as what we're giving it. So I may knock those down just a little bit. I may knock down the healing as well. We'll see. Honestly, even just regen 3 would probably be sufficient. Okay, our boots are just about to finish up. There we go. I'll go ahead and empty that out, actually. Boom. And there we go. There's our archmage boots. So... yay! No more of these. Now at this point, I would like to go ahead, if we can, let's put that in, and let's drop a vitality book. And there we go. You can see this one actually doesn't take much mana at all. And I'll just dump that back into the system for... oh, well, I should have held on to it for the chest enchant section. But while that's finishing up, let's go ahead... let's pop over. You'll notice that I went through and I made a bunch of glyphs. We actually have every tier 1 glyph except for the one that takes the sponge, which I think is evaporate. And we've got all but like 5 of the tier 2s. I wrote down just to remember which ones I need to make. And then we only have the 1 tier 3 at the moment. But we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a spell. We're going to call this just Decoy. And it's going to be a self. And let me find the... right here, summon decoy. And we're going to extend the time a little bit. Honestly, that is probably long enough. If we cast it, it's going to make a decoy of us. And what this will do is this will attract mobs to it. I'm not sure how long it's going to last. Seems like it lasts plenty long, though. And it takes a little bit of mana. What if we... there's May running around everywhere. What if we cut down the duration just a little bit? What about even more? It doesn't seem like it's really making much of a difference on the mana. It is, I think, slightly, but... yeah, it doesn't make a huge difference, though. And you can see if I switch weapons, they switch weapons. Oh, and we can actually get experience and Imperium off of them. So that's kind of cool. I think what we'll do, since it doesn't make much of a difference, we'll just go ahead and extend the time out like that, I think. And then we'll go ahead, put down our spell parchment, set that, and then we're going to be putting this on our boots. So there's a chance whenever I get hit that we're going to drop a decoy. And then what the decoy does is it attracts the mobs. They run over and start attacking it. I can kind of step back and maybe get out of the battle a little bit if I need to. So there we go. And then let's go ahead and clear this one out. And our Cold Snap, oh yeah, that barely takes any mana at all. And that's a full amplify. We do still have a few more glyphs to get in here. It's going to be a negligible difference, honestly, at this point, because we're not missing a lot of glyphs. But our cold snap is a whole lot better on mana. I also dropped the time on the speed and the shield down to just extend time 2. So all of these are amplify 3, extend time 2 for the heal, shield, and speed. And then the summon decoy is just extend time 2. So I think that's pretty reasonable. I am going to have to go mining because I have a total of 1 source gem to my name at the moment. So I definitely need I need more source gems. I did make these. A couple of these was to finish out quests, and then a couple of these were just made on accident. But one spell that I would like to do, we've got our cold snap, but let's go ahead. I would like to make, I'm going to have to make a few of the other spells that we had made, like our snare. We don't really necessarily need, I don't think, healing, because I think it's going to proc fairly often and probably keep our healing up for us. But one thing that I would like to do is I'd like to set up a projectile, and we're going to go ahead and set ourselves up a harming spell. This is just going to be projectile and pierce, so that way it keeps traveling through mobs, harm, and then just a whole bunch of amplify. So I think if we fire this, yeah, you can see it even hits them way back there. So it lasts for a long time, and that way it'll pierce through mobs. And that way we just have kind of a better... Honestly, with how much damage... Let me see. Let me try to find a beetle. Okay. Yeah. See, Cold Snap, it should actually apply slowness, but it's not. Like, if I do that, and then I do that, then it hits them. That's something that's never really... that I recall it's ever been fixed. It's in the book, and it says that it'll apply slowness, and you can get the damage just by having slowness, but it doesn't really work that way. So depending on how much damage our harm does, I'm thinking I might just completely switch out of Cold Snap, put harm onto our wand, and then we can use our book for a little bit more utility. Harming, it honestly, it seems to do about the same. 2 shots the big bugs. So one reason I like testing it here is because the mobs they have a lot more health here. So if that 2 shots, well, this one has, yeah, it 2 shots the yellow ones too. That third shot never connected. And spiders, 2 shots them. So that's pretty good. Oh, this is perfect. Because my scythe, it takes 2 hits to kill the mobs with that. Oh, I didn't get the... I was thinking I got flare, but I didn't. Oh, yeah, it dropped a decoy. And it gave us speed and regeneration. Not bad. But yeah, if I do this, it's a 2-part setup to get it applied. And it still takes me 2 shots to kill them. I mean, it does slow them down. But since AoE is kind of a little bit janky, because we can't seem to get above like a 3x3 with AoE, it's alright for break spells. It's not that great for like combat spells, really. I think I'm just going to go with a piercing harming spell, and then put it onto the wand, because I think this is going to be better for us. I may even put like an extra amplify, since we don't need... we can actually save us a space doing it with this. So let's do our harming. It's going to be... let me actually just remove this. It's going to be a pierce, and it already gets accelerate and projectile, of course. So it's going to be pierce, and then it's going to be harm, amplify, like that. And then we can have that on the wand. It's going to be kind of more of like a combat wand. And it should actually end up being a bit better for us. So we take a look. It takes a little bit of mana, but you can see my mana regen is actually really high at this point. Okay, so that's a beetle. Oh, I gotta hit it. Oh yeah. We can kill beetles in 2 shots. Plus the spell will pierce enemies, which is quite good. And it doesn't fall off quite the same as like our ice spells and stuff do. I mean, we can shoot these like pretty much, I guess, forever, you know. Anything within range pretty much we can hit. So yeah, I think we're just going to stick with the harming. Explosion is also good. But I tend to not be crazy about using explosives for damage, because you end up blowing up your house or the dungeon or whatever, you know. Okay, so we got Vitality 3 on this. It's like, I love ice magic in most games, but I think harming is going to be better. I mean, I'd prefer to stay with ice magic. It's just not super viable, I don't think. But what I really like to have, which really isn't possible, is kind of like an underfoot spell, where we could do like an AoE underfoot that was like maybe like 5x5 or 7x7 that froze everything around us, and then do kind of like the same sized area of like cold snap, kind of like a blizzard type effect. I think that would be really, really nice. But okay, so we're going to put Vitality 3. You can see the enchantment cost not super high because, of course, using Botania to do our enchanting, it doesn't raise our enchant cost. So it pretty much just has like more or less like a default-ish type enchant cost. So we're going to put Vitality 3 onto that. And that's going to give us like 3 extra hearts, 6 extra hearts, is it? Yeah, it might actually be 6 extra hearts. It bumps us up to there. If we pull off our Bobbly Heart Amulet, we have 2 red heart canisters. Let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and just get, a stack. That's more than I'll ever need. Jeweled apples. Let's get like 17 of those. Let's go ahead and get 7 red hearts. And then let's get 10 more red hearts. And of course we can't apply these because 10 is the max. But then what we can do is we can upgrade to say there. Okay, I'm going to need, yeah, that takes that. I'm going to need enchanted golden apples. Well, let's go ahead and make a stack of those. I actually have a plan here pretty soon for like near infinite gold, so that's not really a big deal for us. And then we'll go ahead and apply those. And now we are up to green hearts. Yeah. Awesome. That's been a little bit overdue, because we've got plenty of necrotic bones now, so. Okay, and with that, I know it's about wrapping up point for this episode. Originally, I was planning on getting into constant effect potions, but we're close to wrapping up point, and I think I'd rather save that for just a little bit longer. And that gives us something kind of on the gearing spectrum to kind of work towards. So next episode, we are going to be, I think, delving into another dimension before we switch our focus again, because there is some building materials that I would really like to have. And in addition, I think this is actually, because New Year's will be the end of kind of what I'm volunteering for here in town. So then I'll be back to kind of full-time working on ATM Spellbound and stuff. So that way I can get back onto building, because I've been slacking a little bit on building. We've gotten a little bit done, but it's mostly been small spaces. But I want to get more of the structure done. But like I said, my time's been kind of split. But this is a good time for us to do dimensions, because I don't have as much time for kind of base work stuff at the moment. But I will soon. So. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.